What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for another Tottenham update, and we have got some news to bring to you today. There has been some official announcements from Tottenham, 2 official announcements today. Hopefully it's the start of many over the next 3 or 4 days. But the first announcement we're going to bring to you today is Moussa Sissoko has officially joined Watford. There's a bit of not an argument, but there's a bit of nobody knows the actual fee. Some people are putting 2 million, some are putting 3, some are 10.
So we started today at 10. As the day progressed, it got lower and lower and lower. It got first it was 10, then 7, then 5, then 2.5, and now back up to 3. So we've gained 500 grand in the last half an hour or so. It's all right. Okay. Look,
I think we'll go with the Alistair goal figure. Let's go with the Alistair goal figure, and that's 3 million. So.
Yeah. So look, to be honest. As long as we got any sort of fee, it's a bonus, because to get 100 grand off the wage bill was the main thing for a player who was surplus to requirements. We needed him out of the squad, so not only for a homegrown quota to free up a space in central midfield, an aging player who was on big wages, and to refresh the squad, he was one of the main ones where you're thinking, how are we going to get him off the books? So I think it's a fantastic deal for Tottenham. Yes, we signed him for 30 million, sold him for 3, but 4 years of service he gave us. 4 years. 5 years?
But at the end of the day, at his age and at his ability, you were never going to get more than 5 million, in my opinion. You were never going to get more than that. I mean, other people, even you, were saying maybe 10 million and stuff like that. We should be looking to get, but it was never going to happen.
Yeah, well, look, I didn't think I wasn't bothered about the figure, to be honest. I just wanted to. I think the main thing was to get him out the door.
That is the main
thing.
And
as much as Sissoko was a figure of fun for a lot of time at the club, you got to remember when he first came. He was much maligned for a big fee, deadline day deal. A lot of people were like, is he worth the money?
Swooped him off Everton right at the death.
Yeah, but a lot of people saying, failed at Newcastle. Like, do you really want this guy in the door? Do we overpay? Was it a panic buy? And for the first couple of years, it was tough for him. But then he did fight his way back in, fight his way back in for his career. The thing
is with Moussa Sissoko, like, however bad it went for him at the start, you got to commend his attitude and his mentality to keep going and keep fighting and keep getting in that team. And for 2 years, when he was on top of his game at us, during that Champions League run, maybe the year before as well, I think he was absolutely brilliant and definitely one of the best players in our team over that period.
Yeah, and he was the one who was always giving 100%. Like, he provided when Yama was injured and Dembele was waning, he was the only one really providing energy and legs in that midfield that we were lacking. And he did battle his way he did fight for his Spurs career. So you got to commend him for that. A lot of players maybe would have thrown in the towel after the first year that he kind of had. And for 2 years, as you say, it was one of our most vital players. It even came, I think, second in our Player of the Year poll when we got to the Champions League final. And if it wasn't for him, it's very likely we wouldn't have made it to that Champions League final. So he had a big say in that run. But you got to say, in the last year or so, especially 6 months, his legs have kind of gone. That's what it seems. His heart doesn't seem in it. And the performances that which were minimum requirement for Sissoko, you always know you're going to get 100% from him. He wasn't giving 100%. And we know when he's not giving 100%, he doesn't have other things to compensate for that. He doesn't have a passing range. He doesn't have a shot on him. So unless he's running, like covering every blade of grass, you can't really have him in the team.
Yeah, no, 100% spot on. But let's go and have a look at the official announcements from Watford. The first one from Watford, including one of our own in Danny Rose as well. So let's have a look at this. Danny Rose and Sissoko having a little WhatsApp conversation together.
Yeah, so you got to remember, Danny Rose is now he's joining Danny Rose at Watford, so he's got a friend there. Maybe that was part of the convincing. Do you think that Watford are paying all the wages?
I think that a player of his age, at his stage of his career, I think he's got to look at downgrading his wages anyway. I don't think anyone would have offered him 100 grand. Are we subsidising the wages to get him up to 100 grand? I don't think so. I reckon.
You reckon he's taking a lesser wage? You reckon he's gone down?
I reckon so.
Yeah, because he was on 95 grand a week. Because he was on 80 when he first came, signed a new deal. Then on 95. So surely he's got no.
This was jokes though from Watford.
Yeah, the WhatsApp conversation between Sissoko and.
There you are, Moussa.
There you go. That's the announcement from Watford.
Hey.
And it's a good deal. It's a good deal around. I think Watford get a Premier League, a proven Premier League player who might have 1 or 2 good years left to give him. And there's another shot of Moussa Sissoko in a Watford shirt posted by Watford. And Spurs get a goal after wage we needed to get out. So it's a win-win. We get a bit of a fee. And hopefully now we use that space. Now we've got them out the door. Hopefully we can focus our energy a bit. Well, obviously after Aurier as well, and getting someone in.
Yeah, that opens up a space for a non-EU, a non-English candidate. So look, we'll see. We'll see what happens the rest of the window. But what sums up his Spurs career really is this clip I'm going to show you. If you put it on the phone one more time, just play this clip.
Sissoko all day long. Last season I wanted to knock him out. This season I want to bring him round for dinner. Sissoko
That
all day
literally
long.
sums
Last
up his
season,
Spurs
I wanted
career
to
in a
knock him
nutshell,
out.
doesn't
This
it?
season I want to bring him round for
Absolutely.
dinner.
And that was it with Sissoko. One day he was brilliant, and another day you could literally not want to see him again on a football pitch. He did some things where you were like, how are you a professional footballer?
I know.
Sometimes either he took like his first touch, or whenever he was shooting from outside the box, you're like, we spent 30 million on this guy. But then, when he's covering every blade of grass like he's done so many times, and he's making tackles and he's charging, what was great, so great, he was charging through the centre of the pitch with those dribbles, and he was very effective at that. And that's what the value was there. But unfortunately, overstayed his welcome a bit too long. And
6 months, about by 6 months. But look,
so there we go. I think so. We wish him all the best.
Definitely.
Hopefully, he has a good time at Watford and has a good end to his career. But his time at Spurs is over.
And also, just following on that from that quickly, Alistair Gold has said that potentially he could be playing this weekend.
Yeah, it's interesting because Alistair Gold first reported that he's not available for this weekend. And he said, plot twist, it seems like he is available. Watford reporting he is available. So he must have signed before the 12 p.m. deadline. If he starts, he is going to bang one in for 30 yards.
30-yarder.
Unbelievable. Probably never score again, but he'll just score against
He'll
Spurs.
get a good reception, though.
Yeah, I'm sure. Look, as much as we thought he had to leave, and because of the quality of the player, I think most Spurs fans enjoyed Sissoko and appreciated him, and I think he will get a good reception.
Yeah, I completely agree. So that is Moussa Sissoko official to Watford. I want to wish him the best and all the success in the future, and thank you for all the service he did give to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. But let's move on because we've got another official announcement, and that is Pape Sarr to Tottenham official. The 18-year-old boy from Metz coming to Tottenham. What's the deal worth?
Nothing's confirmed.
It's nothing confirmed, but it has been officially announced with Tottenham, and it has been officially announced that he will go back to Metz on loan for the remainder of the season. And let's go and see the introduction video from Tottenham.
There you have it. Pape Sarr, that's the announcement video from Spurs. Welcome to Tottenham for Pape Sarr. Yeah,
not as creative as Watford.
No, definitely not. But I don't think he's taking all that kind of stuff. So, look, looks like the long-term rotation is already through the door. I'm going to be definitely keeping a keen eye on how Metz do, and looks like we've got a real coup on our hands. A good deal for an 18-year-old midfielder, and hopefully he could be the one next season who could add competition to what we already have. So exciting signing, and
it is an exciting signing,
and that's confirmed now. So there's no rumours anymore. Obviously, we knew this one was likely to happen, but look, this is finally announced. So good stuff. Right.
So that is Pape Sarr to Tottenham, official announcement confirmed by the club. Let's move on. Let's talk about Moriba from Barcelona. It was doing the rounds yesterday that Moriba to Spurs could be a genuine thing going on, and Glongari has come out in the last few hours and said Moriba to Tottenham is gathering pace, but Spurs need to resolve the commission issue involving the players' representatives. Ali Gold says the move for Moriba is still at a delicate stage, with plenty of big clubs across Europe, including Chelsea, looking at what would be a bargain buy, less than £20 million for one of Europe's top young players. I mean, that one from Glongari says to me he's not coming. it says to me he's not coming.
Why? Because all these
Yeah, it just stinks of Dybala image rights and all this kind of stuff.
We've seen it enough times with Spurs when there's complications, that kind of stuff, with these kind of extra fees. So we don't like them, do we? We don't like extra fees. So if you're talking about extra fees, either you get rid of them or the deal's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We've seen it break down so many times. Although we have got a report here from Daniele Longo, who's been from Calcio Mercato, who's been pretty on the deal since the start, and he says Tottenham and Barcelona are close to finding an agreement for Ilex Moriba for how do you pronounce his first name?
Iliax, I think.
Iliax Moriba. Fee is 15 million euros. So he seems confident that the deal was still on. I don't know, something just tells me that this still ain't going to happen. I've got an inkling that the fees are going to be a stumbling block, and Chelsea are more likely to pay these kind of fees than Spurs are.
I mean, for what's bandied about is a 15 million fee to Barcelona, apparently a 15 million fee to his dad and agent, and apparently he wants 120, 130 grand a week as well. I mean, it doesn't sound up top in the street.
Doesn't sound like something Tottenham would do. To give that kind of wages to a teenager who's only played 14 games last season with Barcelona. Like, it doesn't seem like something Tottenham would do. But look, if he do it, I guess I'd be happy with it, because he's apparently, he's a top talent, and I'd want him through the door. And it really looks like we're building for the future, which is good.
Yeah, but it's interesting, like looking to bring in Moriba, Pape Sarr, when we've got Højbjerg there as well. Hill.
You mean
I'm talking about centre mid. Skip, Højbjerg. I mean, Moriba's a defensive mid. So is Pape Sarr. So is Højbjerg. So is Skip. I mean, that doesn't really make sense to me. It doesn't all add up.
Just adding legs.
Yeah, but we need other positions.
Maybe that's how. Maybe Nuno's going for a more kind of Klopp-esque kind of central midfield three. How they're not all if you look at Liverpool's three, they're not all kind of the best technicians, but what they do is they have mad energy and aggression, and they just give a platform to Salah, Mane and Firmino to get the best out of them, and then maybe that's the way he's going.
Interesting. But let's move on back to the Adama Traore saga. And Romano says, as of now, it is complicated, but we will see in the coming days what happens. I mean, it's gone a bit quiet on this one, hasn't it?
I know. Seeing it in the late days of the transfer window, like the time it takes for a deal to like go quiet and stuff is a lot less than if it goes quiet for a week at the beginning of the window, it's like, okay, now it's gone quiet. But here's like it's gone quiet for like half a day, and now it's like, okay, it's just off now. But yeah, so like Adama Traore. It has gone a bit cold though. It's true. The latest looks like Wolves are standing firm and they don't want to sell him. So unless anything changes, it looks like Adama isn't going to be coming to Tottenham. And looks like we did agree a deal, and now that deal's not on the table anymore. So unless we're going to up the deal, which I believe he doesn't do that. So
he doesn't up deals.
No, he doesn't up deals. Like, it's either the deal we agreed or nothing. So I think this one again is going to be one that we're missing this summer, if I feel. But I don't know. Hopefully there's some other winger, maybe if it's not Adama, that pops up between now and the end of the window, because we could do one more attacking option. I feel.
I agree. Weston McKennie. Romano has brought us some quotes from Allegri, and the quote is, Weston McKennie has to stay here at Juventus. He's not for sale. He's part of the project and he can improve. And then Romano went on to say Tottenham have never made any official bid, so it looks like that one's dead. Yeah,
looks like McKennie's staying at Juventus again. Unless there was a big offer again, I don't think he's coming unless we get a big money fee for Ndombele. So that doesn't look. I guess the Sissoko one kind of happened. We didn't really hear about Sissoko to Watford until yesterday, so that's now a done deal. So
all the deals we've done, apart from Romero, all the deals we've done this summer have been like that.
Yeah, been quick.
When you think about it, Brian Hill, like you said, Lamela, all of them basically.
Golini. Was Golini like that?
Golini was pretty much like that as well. All of them have come out of the blue, really.
So with 4 days, it kind of has to come out of the blue. There's no other way to do it. So we'll have to wait and see. A lot can happen in the next 4 days. Hopefully a lot, but I'm worried that we're running out of time too much. But
we are running out of time. Soon they're going to start having to get the fax machine in use. But last but not least, let's talk about the glamorous Conference League group stage draw, as that has been made today, as Tottenham face Stade Rennes, Vitesse Arnhem and NS Mura of Slovenia. So Stade Rennais of France, Vitesse of Holland and Mura of Slovenia. So I mean, as Conference League groups go, that's a pretty hard one.
I mean, yeah, I haven't seen the other groups to be honest, but like from what we saw from the 4 pots, that is like the toughest group you can probably envisage. I mean, it's not a tough group. It's a group if you got that in Europa League, you'd be like, oh, should be going through.
Yeah.
And now we got it in the Conference League. It's as tough as you could probably get, but look, Rennes can be a decent team. Vitesse should be fine against the likes of Vitesse, and then I don't even know who the other team are.
Slovenian team.
Slovenian team. So, I mean, it should be an easy group. We should be topping that easily. And it's important to know if we finish, unless you finish top, if you finish second, you go into a playoff round in the knockout stages in the next round. So, but if you finish top, you go directly into the last 16.
Yeah.
So it's important I guess from that aspect, we finish top.
Definitely.
I don't want the extra games, do we?
Yeah, completely agree. So that is it. That is the Conference League group. Let me just repeat it one more time. That's Rennes, Vitesse, and Mura. The glamorous Conference League. That is our group. So look, that is your Tottenham update today.
So quickly, one more thing.
Oh.
Moussa Sissoko, another plot twist coming from Alistair Gold. Who says the line on their website that stated he is available for Sunday has now been deleted.
Okay.
So it looks like he's not available for Sunday. So you can all calm down. No chance he's going to paying a 30-yarder in now. So it's all right.
All right, so that is your Tottenham update today. 2 official announcements to bring you today. Moussa Sissoko to Watford, Pape Sarr to Tottenham on loan, going on loan to Metz for the remainder of the season. I really hope we're going to have a lot more of these announcements from now until the end of the transfer window. Time is running out.
No other bigger announcements were there today in the world of football. These are the biggest announcements.
No, I mean... Tell me, let's be honest here. Who cares about Cristiano Ronaldo and Moussa Sissoko is moving to Watford?
Oh, that's definitely the best deal of the day. Best deal of the day.
But yeah, Cristiano to Man United is absolutely a mad deal.
Yeah, it is a
absolutely
crazy deal.
Mental. I'm sure everyone's eyeing him up on FPL as we speak right now. But look, that is the kind of news today. It always gets a bit crazy on a Friday with confirmed deals and transfer stories and stuff like that. But let me know in the comment section below all your thoughts regarding anything we've brought to you today. And I want to see your messages of support to Moussa Sissoko in the comment section below as well for his time. And give me your favourite Moussa Sissoko moment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.